oh my gosh. And I started feeling like there I was, actually for the first time, taking a good, close look at myself. Adult child of an alcoholic is a phrase that had very little meaning to me. Of course, I knew in literal terms that as the daughter of a mother who is an alcoholic, I was, by definition, a child of an alcoholic. But it wasn't until I started getting educated and reading books about addiction and codependency and being an adult child of an alcoholic that I recognized that there was a connection between what I had experienced growing up in a household like that to all the challenges and feelings that I had as an adult. And when I read these two books, and I have a link in the description, the ACA Big Red Book and Jan Weitz's Adult Children of Alcoholics and other books, I, for the very first time, read those common traits and characteristics of adult children of alcoholics and was stunned. I recognized that ACoA syndrome was the clinical reason why I felt all of these things. Now, at that time that I read those books and started getting educated, I was still very, very much focused on finding a cure for my mother's addiction. I wanted to fix her so that she, my father, my sister, and me could live happily ever after. I didn't recognize that I was so ill myself. But when I read those traits and characteristics, it was as if someone had filmed my whole life and tapped into my brain and put on paper everything that I felt, everything that I struggled with, all of the challenges and barriers to my happiness and satisfaction were right there. Oh my gosh. And I started feeling like there I was, actually for the first time, taking a good, close look at myself and my constant need for a sense of approval, my extreme responsibility for everyone and everything, my guilt that I felt always, my anxiety, all of these things that I struggled so much with were completely normal based on what I had experienced. And in fact, it was extremely common. And there was some relief in that. And I thought, oh my gosh, I am so screwed up. I have all of these issues, this whole long laundry list of issues. It was so overwhelming. And for a brief time, I felt like I was a hopeless cause. Like I had just been given a terminal diagnosis. All that time, all those years I had been so focused on fixing everything for everyone else, I didn't even see that I was so unhealthy in my thinking and behaving, and having another person to fix, a long list of things to fix, well, it was just so overwhelming. How do you reprogram your brain when you're a grown adult? But then I began meeting other people who were adult children of alcoholics, or were alcoholics in recovery, or had experienced very dysfunctional, unhealthy things in childhood, at some point in their lives, who had experienced really, really tough things and had overcome and created and healed and created an amazing life. And in their words and in their stories, I found such inspiration. I felt energy, I felt excitement about the future. And I recognized that all the feels, all of my feelings, all of my challenges were so real, so normal, and so possible to overcome. I recognized that I could build the life that I wanted and deserved, because though all of those traits and characteristics described in those books were very strong, I had an even stronger trait and characteristic. I had determination and belief in the fact that the life that I want and deserve is coming to me. I hope you are so well in your journey today, and that you are actively building the life that you want and deserve.